Monday's right around the way.
Hey, this is Ace the Real IntellectualRadio.com. Another perspective. I'm here. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and family that lost their moms. You know, shouts out to you all. You know, she's still here in spirit. If y'all have your mom, you know, look to her and tell her that you love her because you only get one mother. And this day is dedicated to the mothers. You know, me growing up, Robert Taylor, y'all know what it is. And my mama was a single parent, and she had to do what she had to do to keep us straight. You know, me and my little brother, we fell off on the wayside a little bit, but we still had that family values. And when you got a strong mother, and she doing it all by herself, and you know, we might have had our pit stops, but we still here. You know, you got to give your mama the utmost respect. How you doing, Coach? I see you. You looking good too, brother. Um, you know, you have to give your moms the utmost respect. You know, me and her used to go at it all the time. And the other day she asked me, why do you love me? I say, because you my mama. You my mama. You made me. I come up out of you, you know, and that's the reason why I love you. You know, we don't have to agree on everything. I mean, everybody disagree on a lot of things, you know, and there's no perfect family, there's no perfect household. But my mom asked me that, and I said, Mama, you know I love you. You know I will tear a building down for you. You know, the only thing you have to do is call me, and I'm there. You know, but my little brother, you know, he's a mama's boy, and I ain't mad at it. I always told him, you know, you's a mama's boy. He said, so I'm always be a mama's boy. That's cool. You know, then I can get a little rest. Then I ain't got to worry about, you know, jumping up. You there. You just let me know what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to all the mothers that went through the struggle. Shout out to the mothers that lost kids. And shouts out to the people that lost their mother through, you know, through death, through, you know, everybody that, you know, died peacefully, you know, shouts out to them, you know. I know you miss your mom, you know, but remember she's in spirit. And she taught you something. The values that you have, you roll with it. And you always got your mother inside you because you'll hear that little word or that little saying in your ear. When you least expect it, that's when you know your mama is around you. So, you know, y'all value your mothers and listen to it. You know, I know we hard headed, but you gotta listen to your mom. And I told my mom I was gonna say something about her. So Miss Sharon Wright, this is for you. I know you sitting there on the couch laughing at me, but it is what it is. Your son is on the radio. But I just wanna, you know, have a conversation today about things that's taking place, things that you see every day, things that you hear every day. You know, I wanted to say this to you all. You know, we can talk about Black Lives Matter. We can talk about the injustice with the police. We could talk about the senseless killings that's going on the streets every day. Another kid, 13 years old, didn't have no business being out in the streets, come up dead again. We can hoop and holler about everything else, but I don't see nobody hooping and hollering about these senseless killings, the disrespect through the music. I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm not calling no names. I mean, when are we going to have common sense to take back our community? And I'm not talking about fighting fire with fire, but get involved with the parents. Come up with a parenthood. motherhood and a fatherhood. Come up with some type of solution where y'all can have communication within yourselves and y'all can keep an eye on each other, because these young folks out here today, these so-called wannabe gangsters and thugs or whatever you want to call them, they not gangsters, they cowards. Because anytime you got to shoot into a crowd, you got to shoot a baby, and you think because you got a body on your name that's giving you some street cred. If anything, you are riding a death horse. You know, I didn't see some things in my life. I have experienced a lot of things in my life. And I was just talking to my friend, my sister, Blaze Vaughn. Shouts out to her. She doing her thing. She got a black children's book called Afro. Y'all need to go check it out. Get up with her. Blaze Vaughn, she's on my Facebook page. But I was talking to her one day, and and we was trying to, brainstorm. I always told y'all I was gonna come out with the books, and I said that I put a hold on it because people was trying to sugar it down, water it down, and I didn't want to do that. But at the same time, I was thinking of something that will be catchy and get people interested. And I was thinking about my truth, my truth, my truth, what I believe and what I think and how I feel. It ain't about somebody uh coaching me to say certain things. When I say my truth, I mean the struggles, the ups, the downs, the good, bad, and the ugly. And I wanted to get that out. If everybody think about their truth, really realize their truth, then you'll understand how to rewrite the wrongs that you have done. Rewrite them, or get it out of your system. When I say get it out your system, write it down on a piece of paper. And every day you have a thought about how you was raised, how you was brought up, the struggles that you had to go through, the things that you had to endure. If you just tell your truth, I think you'll feel better about yourself, because like I say, I don't do radio to, for shares, likes, and comments. Actually, this is like my therapy. I've been gone for a minute. So, you know, it was a lot of stuff that I was going through mentally, physically, you know, and sometimes you have to fall back and catch yourself, because sometimes you can slip. And if you got, like I said, if you got your mindset on being better than what you was, then you have to, double down sometimes. Sometimes you got to be quiet, fast, You don't have to display. I got a lot of anger in me. I got a lot of buildup. But it's not going to help if I act crazy or go out there and run into a restaurant and shoot everybody. That ain't what I'm talking about. And when I say my truth, I want to get things that's in me that I always wanted to talk about. I always wanted to write about. Hopefully, one day somebody use it as some type of dialogue in their classroom or at their dinner table. Us as parents today, you know, especially the mothers, y'all are the queens of this earth. Without y'all, it won't be no me. So I love you and I thank you for creating another me. Not me per se, but our children. Y'all are the growers. Y'all are the harvesters. Y'all the nurturers. Y'all water it down when it look like it's dry. You oil it up if it look ashy. You feed it if it look like it's hungry or we're hungry. So I thank you for being who you are. I just hate that we at this day and age we can't communicate. Everything is digital. Everything is texting. Everything is social media. What about a simple conversation? What about a simple conversation? And when you have a simple conversation, then you can be able to tell your truth. If anybody believe it, that's on them. You don't, you're not here to satisfy nobody. You're trying to satisfy yourself. And when you have ignorant people around your mix in your circle, then you start doing ignorant things yourself. Then you fall back and you be like, I shouldn't have did that because that's your conscience, because you have a heart. If you don't have conscience and a heart, then you a lifeless person that's useless to this world because you don't think about nobody but yourself. So if you tell your truth, maybe you'll feel a little better. Maybe you can change someone in your household because right now we need prayer and we need the parents to work together. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all not together, that's that's nothing new. But be 100%, be a unit for the kid, that young adult, that teenager, or yourself. Me. Like I say, when I talk about me. I'm talking about me. I'm letting y'all know how I feel, what I need to do for me, and then y'all can open up and say it to yourself. I'm not here to put nobody down. I'm not here to point fingers because if I'm gonna point a finger, I could point it at myself because I made a lot of decisions that I thought at the time was right, but then some of the decisions I made it was wrong, plain wrong. But at the time, I was in my own mental. You know they say we rebel. Yeah, maybe I was. It's maybe I did all that. But who am I to try to change somebody else? Only thing I could do is change me, and then somebody it'll be like a good disease. Then they'll start changing. Then the people around you will start changing. So sometimes you got to put your foot down. You got to tell the truth. You got to tell your truth, let it be known, and then somebody else can say, well, if they told their truth, let me tell my truth. Yes, we need strong men and women that have standards and that's not gonna back down. That's the thing. We don't back down. We, you know, we could stand up to the things that's unnecessary, but we don't stand up for the things that's necessary. You see what I'm saying? It's a proven fact what it is. You know, I'm gonna say it again. The systematic racism, the my granddaddy used to call it the ignorant box. That's the television. And then y'all listening to that the music, he used to call that hypnotizing music. Because once the new trend go on, we click on to it. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you look at a television show, if you look at a reality show, then us men and women, we want to be like them. We want to dress like them. We want to almost walk like them. We want to cut our hair, and the ladies want to do their hair like them, because that's the new trend. But like I said, tell your truth. It's all about your truth, you know. And if you don't, if you feel that you not gonna make it, that's when you pray, because no man is gonna help you. You got to have a spiritual connection. And once you have a spiritual connection, you got to also have motivation. Then, you got to deal with your insecurities, and that's a lot of folks' problem, insecurity. So they put certain things and situations in the mix where it'll become an argument or a fight, or you being defensive, or some people being too submissive. You know, it's a lot to it, and it's up to you all. Can't nobody tell y'all what to do. You have to do it. I have to do it. We all got to do it collectively. If we don't do it collectively, what you think is going to happen? We're going to crash. The best thing for us to do, let's start the new Black Wall Street. And I'm starting to see it little by little. Every time I turn around, I see some young lady or some young man trying to get into some type of business, or they trying to make things right for themselves. I got a young lady that sell earrings. You got another young lady that sell hair. Some people are doing parties, favors. You know what I'm saying? They decorating, and that hobby can take you to another level. Your hobby become your job or a business. You know, an idea, a hobby, then your business. Remember that hobby, idea, than business. Because if you're good in something, why not? And that old saying, they say, first you don't succeed, try again. We have to start, like I say, we have to start motivating each other. We have to start supporting each other. Black owned businesses, black owned, you know, even the brown folk, y'all, we all got to come together because we are the minority. I'm hearing a lot of racists between minorities. How? And we struggle to get to this point now because certain voices are not being heard or not heard enough. Then now the bickering and that catty stuff. Man, we ain't got time for that when we got a whole government that's trying to come back on the men's because we got Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Just think if we had another 4 years of Trump, you know what? It'd be a war. And it's trying to get there now. And I see where people are trying to make certain changes and massive changes in certain situations. But if you look at it, the Republicans is still trying to uh, suppress votes. They're coming out with these new rules and regulations. You know, they trying to take certain areas away. They saying that our census are low. People are leaving certain states. We giving up seats and this and that and the third. But if y'all don't buckle and stand up, we can make this world change a whole 360. And that's what it's all about. You know, I'm not going to sit here and talk about what happened or what's going to happen, but I could tell you this. If change don't come, what you're going to see a lot of carnage. And especially with Chicago police. I don't know about anybody else police, but I can tell you about Chicago police. If they don't stop doing what they're doing, and God forbid this happen, but I was just thinking the other day, say for instance, you know, you got these courageous young brothers that got these guns and they think they powerful because they taking these powerful drugs, these pills, and that's the only time they get hard is when they up under the act. Just think about this. The police keep killing kids and us as an adults, and then you got these idiots with these guns that's killing each other. What you're gonna get one day, and this is how it's gonna kick off. On one of them dark streets on the block, somebody gonna get one of them dummy phones and make a call and ambush. And I hope it don't happen, but I can see it coming because they want to score. Everybody want to score. Everybody want a body. Everybody want to have this street cred that y'all tough. Be tough in the right way. Be tough in them books. Be tough in trying to keep a job and retire from it in the 401k. You know, I was kind of upset the other day And I've been promoting that I got applications for Amazon, and some of them brothers, shouts out to them brothers, they got those jobs. So it came to me, and I called, and the guy was giving me the his name is Joe. I ain't gonna put his last name out there, but he was giving me a phone interview, and I was telling them all the qualifications that I had and what unions that I was involved with, and I'm a journeyman carpenter by trade. This man tells me I'm overqualified because he didn't want me to uh, force pay. He didn't want me to descend. That was the word that he used. Uh, we can't use you because you already experienced, you already know. I said, what that got to do with it? I still want to learn. I mean, I'm willing to work. No, I think this wouldn't be a good job for you because you're a journeyman carpenter. So what you saying? Because I have the know-how, I got the experience, and I'm overqualified. So I saw what that he I got two things out of that. I think he was scared that I might come in and take his job, or I was too experienced where I'll get the job done better than what he's doing. Either way, I was kind of upset about it, but at the same time, I was kind of happy because the other guys that I had gave those apps to, majority of them got callbacks. And I was on that man because I don't want to have nobody's information. And they trusted me with their information, with their personal information. And don't nothing happen, especially when it goes through me. Because if I say I'm gonna try to help you and get you a job, I'm out there trying to talk for me and you. But I'm glad them brothers got jobs, and I'm not even mad. I'm kind of happy because I'm content. I got a job, but I could have did, might have got another one, but that's cool. One door closed, another one open. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just glad the brothers that got those apps for me, they at least got a call back. They had an opportunity to work. And I'm not just saying pushing boxes and stacking boxes. They're actually learning how to build the rails for the boxes. They learning how to program the computer so the computer can handle certain situations in that plant. And not only that, they got 3 or 4 more others. So I got apps, and if anybody want them, y'all hit me up on my Facebook. Y'all can hit me up in my inbox, or some of y'all got my number. Call me. Let me know. I can get y'all an app. And the next 20 people, I get on top of that with them. They got one in Aurora. They got one in Matson. They're gonna have one out in the north suburbs. If I'm not mistaken, Joliet. They're supposed to be making one in Evanston soon. So, you know, it, follow the protocol and take those shots. You don't have to take the Johnson & Johnson. You could call around to your local Walgreens and set up an appointment, and you can get it for free. Anybody tell you have to pay for it or your insurance got to pay for it, that's a lie. It's a plain lie. It's free for everybody. Now they got it for 12 to 16-year-olds. Get it. Pretty soon they'll have it for the babies. Let them get them shots. That's going to be on the criteria for next a year anyway when y'all enroll them back in school after the summer. So get the shot. Take care of your family. Make sure everybody is safe. Have a good summer. Let's have a good, quiet summer. Let's pray on that. Let's not be around people that's doing all this foolishness, because we don't need that. We don't need to be burying babies this summer. It's going to rain with dead babies. That's what y'all want? Y'all want 2021 to be just a death year? We already at the hike now. You see carjackings. You seeing people just getting jumped on. They just jumped on a pastor and the pastor's wife, and he's suffering from cancer because somebody mad at the world, because you feel that you're not getting the love. Ask somebody, talk to somebody, go get some help. Talk to that old man on the block that y'all be laughing at that's a drunk. He might be the most smartest man in the world, but he had his own demons and had his own struggles. So if you talk to somebody that been through the storm, maybe it'll enlighten you where you don't have to go through that storm. But some of y'all need to go through the storm. Then y'all appreciate life, yourself, the people that's around you. Maybe you have a little more love for each other. It don't matter. Because I don't have enemies. I'm not going to go to sleep mad at the world. I have my own struggles. I got my own endeavors. I'm not going to take that on nobody. Why? Sometimes you just got to think, why? That word is powerful. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's all about what you do. It's all about how you live. If you're going to struggle peacefully. I'm going to be honest, because everybody going to go through a struggle. Everybody going to endure some type of pain. But we shouldn't be losing our kids. We shouldn't be losing our loved ones over senseless stuff. Please stop taking them pills, because people dropping dead. Y'all don't know what they putting in there. It's some animal tranquilizer in there. I keep trying to tell you, if them pills got these people acting crazy on the street, what you think it'll do to a bull? Them big, strong bulls with the muscles on the neck, and you see them bull riders, and they got to put on a face shield because they didn't got their face broke a few times because that bull bucked them. That's that same stuff that they get them bulls. That's what they got in them drugs. We have to stop, man. Where they get that at? Where? It's amazing. We don't talk about those things, but we could talk about everything else. And I call them the BBs. I can't say the word on the air, but when I get off the air, I'll let y'all know what the BBs and the MBs mean. You know, that don't make no sense. You know, I had a situation where someone, I could say this. A friend of mine had an ex-girlfriend, okay, and the ex-girlfriend met up with the new current girlfriend, and how they found out that they dated the same person. One was listening to a conversation. That means she was ear hustling in everybody's business. I'm not going to put her name out there because she's not worth it. You know, she a BB and an MB. I'll tell y'all about that later. But in the MB, I'll tell y'all about that later. But don't badmouth nobody, because remember, you got skeletons in your closet too. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw stones if you don't want stones throwing back, because remember, you got a background too. Everybody do. Some worse than others. But I know for you to be a woman and you want to bring up gossip and you want to destroy somebody else's household because you are a BB or an MB, and you bragging about your husband, but he left you. But you want to talk about somebody else. We don't do that. Grown folks don't do that. And I'm not going to emphasize that on, because I told my buddy I wasn't going to put it out there like that. But stop pouring salt on each other. Stop trying to badmouth each other. That's what's wrong with black folks today. You too busy talking about the negative and ain't saying nothing about the positive. You're not trying to uplift nobody. But gossip, you could talk about gossip all day. You could talk about your past all day. You could talk about what you used to do, how you did it, when you did it, what you did for, but you can't talk about nothing that's gonna enhance growth or motivate somebody to keep going. You know, when you see a person falling, you're supposed to be there to pick them up. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to a person that gave you that leg up, you reach back and you help the next person. That's what it's supposed to be. See, we lost values in our family. It's a gap between 1999 and I say 2015. In between that time, a lot of values wasn't taught in the household. It was just every day as usual. So when you lose the values in your house, you lose the disrespect. I mean, you lose the respect, not disrespect, but you lose the respect because your kids start disrespecting you, saying things that I wouldn't say to my mom or my dad. Excuse me. You, you know, you took training out the house. When I say training, remember when we was growing up, we all used to be around grandmama and mama and watch her cook and how much seasoning to put in, how to turn the fire down, or pops in the back shining shoes and he teaching you how to pop that towel and make that shine gleam on your shoes, or just trying to teach you about manhood and getting you prepared for this world, because this world is it's an element of surprise. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. No morals, no structure, no home values, family values, nothing. We lost that from 1999 to 2015. After 15, you saw a little bit coming back because we got a black president. We start seeing more movement in black folks that was entrepreneurs. We saw more billionaires for us African Americans. Yeah, so we made strides, but we still got a lot to go because we're not loving each other. We're not. We're not. We're not. Because if we were, it wouldn't be so much chaos. It wouldn't be so much death. It wouldn't be so much pain and hurt and sorrows. You can blame it on the government, but you got to blame it on yourself because you your own brother's keeper. You are the one that can make the decision to say yay or nay. So don't just blame it on the white man. You got to blame it on self too. What y'all think? Something gonna fall out the sky and just drop in your hand and boom, there it is? No, you got to fight for it. When I say fight, got to get out there and work. You got to bust your bottom. You got to bust it. You gotta get out there and struggle. You gotta get out there and work hard. You got to. Nothing come for free. Nothing. If you think, my sisters, y'all think that knight in shining armor gonna drop up out of the sky and he gonna wish you away on that chariot? You're wrong. And brother, you think you gonna get that diamond and she gonna pull you up out of all your misery? No, because both of y'all got to work on it. Y'all got to work as a team. Ain't no big eyes and little U's. Ain't no I in team. It ain't no I in us. It ain't no I and we. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about that. You got to think about what's your next move. Your next move better be your best move, because some people make moves and don't come from out of that move. They lay it down. They get laid down. You know, drug dealing is in the past. People are coming up with innovative ways to make money legally. You starting to see young brothers and sisters uh, getting degrees. You seeing them in college. You seeing them achieve. So we making strides. I'm not saying everything is bad, but when you turn on your TV early in the morning and the first thing you hear is a 13-year-old baby getting shot, regardless of who it is, Latino, Black, Spanish, Asian, it don't matter. Every time a child get killed or get hurt, that's part of us. That's our kids. Because you know what? Every time one make a mistake, we all get looked at sideways because they want to think that we did it. So we got the image that we putting out, we got to put out some type of image that's gonna self-motivate us. We have to put out things that's positive. We can't always, and you know what? And it's like I'm talking to a dead horse because after I leave the show today, when I go to sleep in the morning, something else is gonna happen. And how long are we gonna keep going through this? And then, you got people, they live by the street code. I understand that. No snitch rule and all of that. But when it come down to our kids, ain't no rules. Because remember, no women, no children. That's street rule. But you see it reversed. You see these little young up and coming rappers, that's all they doing is diss music because they want the popularity. Then they want to sit here and promote guns with these big barrels on it. For what? Why do you have something that's going to kill another human being because you mad because he dissed your homie? We bigger than that. Us old school cats, we don't get out like that. If we went by law, a lot of y'all heads would be rolled for real. And that goes for everybody. I don't care what you represent. It don't matter. If we went by the code that I was brought up on, a lot of you little young brothers, y'all would have broke legs by now. And your mama might be glad that we did it because y'all gave her pain. My boy Randall Little say hurt. I feel you. Yeah. They don't understand, the code. They don't understand when you break street code. It's, it's laws that governs that. You can go with CPD or the mob can get you. And see, that's the thing. Some of the mobs that we got out here, some of them entertain it because it's the norm, and it's not normal. Ain't nothing normal when you're hurting kids. It ain't nothing normal when somebody is enjoying themselves and you come out of the alley and start shooting folks. 9 or 6 people getting shot. That's not normal. That's mentally deranged. Jail or dead. Or you in a wheelchair. Which one? But you want to have bodies. You want to have teardrops in your eyes. You want everybody to think that, you want people to be scared of you. Why you want somebody to be scared of you? You should be wanting somebody to honor you in the fact that you're doing something that's positive and they mimicking you. See, it's a lot of people that, and I said this before, it was a lot of times I'll get beat with the guys and they, man, Ace, you used to do this, you used to do that. And I kind of was embarrassed about it because that wasn't what I was trying to display. And man, you the reason why I am the way I am. That's not a good look because you got 4 or 5 strikes on your back. You've been in jail 3 or 4 times and you trying to be something that I used to be. That ain't cool. Be better than me. I want my sons and my daughters to be better than me. I want to look at them and glorify them because I knew what I had to go to just to get to this point, but they don't have to. None of our kids, none of our young adult kids don't have to go through the struggle because they got means to do better. We was struggling. It was chaos. It don't have to be chaos. Y'all got more freedoms than we ever had. And then people before us, they fought and lost their lives for us to have what we got today. And look, this is how we repay it. When a young man get mad because his mama wouldn't give him the stimulus check, so he killed the whole family for a check that wasn't even his. It was gave to you as a gift. And your mama wanted she wanted to hold it to keep you from spending it up. Instead, you went wacko and killed everybody in the house. NBA players going to kill the doctor and all his kids and his wife because he got some type of mental thing going on. But you was an NBA star. You was a football player. You was a lawyer, a doctor. I can't believe these people. They got the means to be the best, and they killed their whole life by doing something stupid. I'm not finna do it. I told my kids, I'm not finna get out here and entertain this drama. You get in that stuff, you get yourself out of it. I taught you right from wrong. I'm not finna do it. Oh, my son, that's my son, and I'm gonna kill somebody they hurt my son. What my son do? Because you don't know what your kids do behind your back. Because my mama didn't know half of the stuff that I did. So you think I'm gonna implement my family members in some chaos that I'm doing on the street and have them hurt too? Be a thinker, not a follower. Be a leader. And when you lead by example. Don't do things that you don't want nobody else to do. How you gonna do some things and then tell somebody else not to do what you did? That's being a hypocrite. No, you teach them and you educate them. This is what I did. And I had to go through this, that, and the third. And I hopefully that you don't have to go through it. It's time to get back to the basics. That's why I say your truth. Tell your truth. It's not about being a punk or people gonna think you a coward or they're gonna think you scary. No, tell your truth. Because if you tell your truth, you best believe it's about 10 other people that got their truth that's parallel to yours. So who am I to judge you? Who am I to belittle you? And here it is. I've been through the same type of struggle. I can't. I'm not gonna down nobody. Stop downing each other or trying to make them look bad or try to hurt their feelings and signify. Okay, we signify. We in the crowd. We telling jokes. That's cool. But when you try to take somebody's manhood or womanhood away from them and make them feel less than, then you're wrong. Because at the end of the day, who are you to judge? You're not God. I'm not God. We are a prodigy of God. And God gave us sense, common sense. And he also gave us a brain to think. Think for ourselves and think quick. Because if you hesitate, you'll be hesitating on your life for a long time. You get to my age and you'll sit back. What did I accomplish? Can a lot of people in right now say at the age they is what they really accomplished? I ain't talking about the people that's been working on their jobs 15, 20 years. I'm talking about the guys that don't have jobs, don't have no type of work, a background or a work ethic or anything in that nature. Can you sit at the table and really ask yourself, what did you accomplish? Positively, not negative. Right. Only thing positive, if you got kids, you made kids. But about you, can you say what did you accomplish? It's a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish. I accomplished by hitting 50 years old in September, this September coming up. That's my halfway point. I made it to 50. I accomplished that. I accomplished having a work history. I accomplished that. I accomplished helping brothers get jobs and feeding the homeless. I accomplished that. I'm not talking about no $140,000 a year. I'm not talking about I got a Maserati or a Corvette. No, I'm talking about the basic things in your life, what you accomplish. Can you ask yourself that? Besides making babies and having a background. Now, even the brothers that got a background, I know a few of them that did a whole 360. They got their business, they got a job, they've been on their job for a long time since they've been out. They not too quick to be on the street. Brothers getting married to these beautiful women and having a nice life. Some of them moving out of town just to stay alive a little longer. And that's a shame that you got to leave the state just to live a little longer. But at the same time, you want to accomplish things. You want to see things instead of the block. My little brother me and my little brother was conversating one day, and we was driving. Shouts out to my little brother, Ern. And he said, man, when you got me on that construction, I lived good with that job. I was able to accomplish some things. I was able to travel, take my kids to places that I thought I'd never be. I ate good off that job. Man, thank you. And I said, little brother, you my brother. Whatever I got, you got. Now, I could lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. You got to drink it. I can crack the door. It's up to you to bust it open. And once he did that, he said, I can't even look at myself selling drugs anymore. I'm a hustle, try to get these jobs. And he been working diligently. He been working diligent. And I like that in him because I got him I got him on a new drug called work drug. When he making that good money, that real good money, and he got spoiled with them checks every 7 days coming home almost with $2,000 after taxes or before taxes every 7 days. And he went on a 2-year run with that. And now he's doing it again. You know, I did my job. That's my little brother. That's my first son, brother. He always say, you my daddy brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's my first son, brother. Before I had any kids, I had my little brother. So I had to walk him through life, me and him. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's certain things I didn't want him to get involved with, but he did. Did he sacrifice? Yes, he did. But look at him now. He might not be a millionaire, but he eating good. Instead of eating bowls of grits and oatmeal morning, noon, and night, at least he can get him peanut butter and jelly. He can get him a turkey sandwich now and then. He can throw him a steak on the grill. You know what I'm saying? His kids looking good. He could take them places and experience a good life. And that's all we want. And that's all we strive for is a good life. A good life. It ain't got to be the best. It's good. Because we still here to live another day. I don't want to be on no t-shirt. I don't want to be a balloon that y'all send in the air. I don't want to be a cardboard box. I don't want to be in the ground. I'm not ready. But you know, you got fools out here that'll try to take your dream away, take you away because they're not happy. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand, some of these guys out here is crying for love or somebody to pull him by his bootstraps and say, hey, man, listen. But, you know, us adults, a lot of us is scared to even approach them. They're approachable. The craziest dude is approachable. You have to get to a point where you can you could tap into his mind without putting him down or pointing fingers or calling him out his name. It's a way that you can tap, because at the end of the day, he got a heart. He bleed just like you. He think the way. If he's competent times 10, it ain't no excuse. Y'all have to work hard. If y'all not used to doing it, y'all need to start doing it. Yeah, y'all can go get classes. Y'all can go to some therapies and things of that nature. But it'll be better if y'all start at home first. And then if it don't work, then go get some professional help. But right now, all the help you need in your household is show a little love and get back to the basics. Everybody had rules and regulations. It was a way that you was brought up. If you had a loving grandmother and a loving grandfather, and y'all was up under them part of y'all life before they took their journey to God, they left you a legacy of love and commitment to family. If you ain't got no role models, think about your grandmother and your grandfather and your mother and your daddy. They might have not been the best, but something you can learn from them. Thank you, brother. Happy Mother's Day to your mother too, Vinces. Thank you. But yeah, so we on the move. We on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. They're about to break the noose off our necks. They still got it on there, but it's coming. It's getting weak. The steel is getting weak because it's getting rusted, old, and outdated. And it's time to put new rules, regulations, and laws in play. Yes, I'm for the George Floyd amendment. I'm for that. I'm for the Breonna Taylor. I am for Dante Wright. I'm for all of that. But I'm also for these young kids that's getting killed and for no reason. I'm for making changes on that. We could talk about the global issue, but let's talk about the community issue. They got jobs now. But see, people got lazy with that $1,400 every 2 weeks. Y'all getting lazy. They started it. They can cut it out. And a lot of people are starting to feel that pressure because they not getting that money no more. You know what I'm saying? The government know what they doing. They're going to feed you just a little bit. But then when it's time to cut it off, what you going to do? You ain't got no backbone. You ain't got nothing to fall back on. So if your job calling you to come back to work, go. Because that unemployment money, it ain't going to do nothing but build back up. Or you just some lazy people that just don't want to work and want the government to take care of you for the rest of your life. And you see what happened with that. Look outside. You'll see. It's up to you all. I got about 2 minutes, and I'm going to take these 2 minutes again to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, my auntie Carmelita, Jackie, my mama Sharon, my auntie, may she rest in peace, Betty Faye, my grandmama, all the mothers, and my kids' mother, Karen, and Donna. Happy Mother's Day. Y'all had my kids, and I appreciate you for having another me. I know it was crazy dealing with me, but thank you for having my kids, and we raised them well. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm about to leave, and I just want to say this. Love yourself, love on each other, and pray. Ace the Real, IntellectualRadio.com. Another perspective.
And I guess he loving you like no one can. Girl, you done found